This is a complete application guide for the Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program 2024. TEF has gone back to their traditional application process where you have to submit a mini business plan at the initial points of application and face very rigorous selection process. But I will walk you through. Now, to apply, you just have to visit www.tefconnect.com. It will take you to this page, then you click on apply now. It will take you to a login page where you have to input your email and password, but if you are new here, let's click on create an account. Okay, it will take you to a page where you have to register. You just have to put your email, your first name, your surname, and all that. This is not necessary. This is not my target. My target is to take you through the technical questions that can prevent you from winning. So let's go back to the former page. You can do the rest things yourself. Yeah, we just have, let's log in so that we look at the application questions directly and I tell you how to answer them. I will zoom this screen for you so that you see these things very well. After now, let me just log in. Okay, good. We have to choose our language preference and I am choosing English. And let's continue. You have mentor and you have entrepreneur. Mentors are volunteers. I am a mentor and I can tell you they don't pay you for mentoring in TEF. So you just have to click on entrepreneur, then you proceed. Okay, we need to start application. This is the application pack. We just need to start application. And this is the terms and condition. We just have to accept it to proceed. Yes. Now let me zoom the screen for you to see what is written here. The 10th edition of the Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program 2024. If you read it carefully, you understand that the entrepreneurship program is a 10-year commitment made by the Elumelu family, and this is the 10th year. So practically this is the last year for TEF application. And I want you to underline something here. The last sentence on the first paragraph there, the goal is to create at least 1 million jobs and contribute over 10 billion in revenue to the African economy. That's what I want you to underline. I will remind you later. That is the goal for this program, and any business that should win have to satisfy these two goals. So let's focus. I will remind you later part of the application. This is the personal information page. You can do this yourself, but before that, look at the application progress bar at the top right hand corner there. It is empty. You can just fill your name here, your date of birth. You have to upload valid government approved ID. You upload your headshot, that's a portrait. You choose a language preference. You can do all these things yourself, but also look at the phone where you have to input your phone contact digits. You can see it. Yeah, you can see by default it is Algeria. Always remember to change it. I'm a Nigerian, so I will choose Nigeria. Yeah, so now I can input my number 0703-657-9969. That's my contact digit. It's also my WhatsApp line. You can reach me if need be. Okay, here is the contact information page. Contact details, you can just put your address here. Now be careful here. The address you're putting, don't just put your temporary location. Put an address that they can visit and meet you, or an address you have a proof of, that's a utility bill or any other thing. So you have to be careful while you're filling this. Also remember to change Algeria to your country. I have just changed it to Nigeria. I will put my number and we will proceed. Okay, let's proceed. This is another very important section. It is optional, but it's very necessary. Always remember to input your links to your social media handles. You have LinkedIn, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have Twitter. Some persons ignore it because it is optional. No, there is something these things do to your application. It is necessary. I am advising you now to always remember to include it. Just copy the link and input it. Yeah, we are talking about the business profile. This is when you are talking about, you should start to talk about your business and your company. So the first thing there is the business and company name. You can also do these things yourself. I am just putting the name of my company, Sanka Empire Limited, and you know we are based in Port Harcourt. So you can look at it, the address and other things there. We are based in Woji, Port Harcourt. That's our head office. After now, we look at the rural or urban area of a business to see if your business is in a rural area or in the urban area. It is very important because there are some businesses that cannot strive in the rural area, and there are some businesses that cannot strive in the urban area. So you have to be very careful while choosing this. It is very important. Then after choosing it, it will now take you to this page, and this is the most important part of the application. This is where you tell them about yourself and about your business. So newbies who applied last year or year before last, they may think that TEF have changed the application process. No, this is what TEF was using from the beginning. In 2015, when this program started, you have to submit your business plan first and include a 5-minute pitch video. When I won in 2017, that's the same thing I did. They maintained that application pattern till 2019. I think it was in 2020 when COVID came, and then 2021, 2022, until last year that they used the very easy application pattern. But in 2024, they've gone back to the traditional application pattern, and I appreciate that. So here you are just to write about yourself, a short bio of yourself, and you summarize your CV, which will include your background and your qualification. It is very necessary, and perhaps how you joined entrepreneurship, how you started the entrepreneurship journey, why and how. So you are actually to talk about what led you into it. Maybe it could be the problem you're solving. When you have experience with the problem you're solving currently now, you choose to solve it. Some persons can actually say, okay, I was born into it, so I decided to go. But what is important, they want to know about your motivation, what led you to entrepreneurship. The donors actually want to know. So you be very careful while you're writing about that. Then the next thing is your leadership skills and experience. Yeah, should cover or should tell them if you've actually led any business before, you've occupied any leading role in any organization before as an employee, or you've gathered any knowledge from the public sector before. I read an application about a lady sometimes ago where she said categorically that she was selling sachet water on the streets of Lagos, and there she gathered strong negotiation and communication skill. That's fine. That's the skill and that's her experience. So when she was starting a marketing company of her own, she referenced that as under leadership skills and experience. That's fine. So if you've actually done anything before that contributes to entrepreneurship, maybe you've led any company, or you've served at top position in any of your companies, or you've done something maybe within your undergraduate days, you were selling granules, you actually have to put it there. Then it comes to personal achievement. Personal achievement is 50 words minimum and 100 words maximum. Yeah, they are interested to know if you've actually built anything or you've achieved anything. We are not talking about your day-to-day achievements. You've built a house, that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about if you've done anything in terms of entrepreneurship. So in your previous role, what did you achieve? So if I became I was the head of marketing department in Sanka Empire, and we grew our customer base from 100 to 1,000 customers in the period of 3 years. It's an achievement that I need to include. So anything you've done so far, you can include it there. The elevator pitch is very important. It's just a minimum. It has a word limit of 30 words minimum and 50 words. But here you are just telling them in three sentences. You are telling them about your business. So you summarize it, you make it crisp and concise. After writing it in three sentences, you are now to write it in about 200 words. A detailed description. So while you write the detailed description, you are writing it in form of an executive summary. You explain the business. You also talk about the ownership of the business, and you should also bear the address. You also talk about what you do. It is a product based or service offering company. Aside that, you are also to talk about the target market, how you reach them. You have to summarize the business here. It's very important. You are giving a detail, like you're summarizing your business plan here. You're giving a detailed description of your business, what you do, how you do it, and to who. That's the market you serve. Then you have to include how you make money, the revenue model. Is very important. This is a very important section of the business plan. So when you are done with this, we talk about the wow us. Wow us also have a word limit of 50 words to 200 words. And I'll have to read what is here. What is new, interesting, or different about your product or service? List three things. That's the wows. What is that thing that is new or that is interesting about your product or your service? So first you need to identify that, okay, you are in a product based business, or you need to say, okay, I'm service offering business. So now if you are a product based business, perhaps I am, let me give you an example. I'm into fruit preserving business. Fruit preservation business, and what I do is I buy fresh mangoes and process them, and preserve them. So if I'm to talk about us, fresh mangoes last for a period of 1 month, for example. So the preserved one lasts for a period of 8 months. So I'm actually giving an extra shelf life of 7 months to fresh mango. That's interesting. That's interesting, right? So the value you give, you have to put it there. The futures, you are putting the futures of your product, the value you are bringing to the market, the innovation about it. So if you are into a laundry, maybe you are into laundry and dry cleaning, that's the service you render, and you said, okay, you wash, you do laundry in the period of 1 hour, you get it done. And so you are actually putting the futures, the key futures, because you can do laundry in 1 hour based on the facility you use. When you're done with that, you progress to the next stage where you're talking about the problem you solved. And the problem solved is the problem statement. So the problem statement, they give a word limit of 50 words minimum, 100 words maximum. I have told you earlier that while writing the problem statement, I preferred using storytelling approach. It is not the only approach that can be used, but I personally preferred using the storytelling approach. So in this case, you have to be categorical about writing your problem statement. One thing I have discovered with the Elumelu Foundation is they prefer that you quantify your problems in terms of loss of time, loss of money, and value. For example, a farmer loses 5 baskets of tomatoes in the process of transporting it from the farm gates to the market. But with your innovation, they lose just 1 basket. So you've actually saved the farmer 4 baskets full of tomatoes in the process of transporting it from the farm gate to the market, and you now quantify these 4 baskets. You now add the monetary value. So this 4 baskets of tomatoes, 500 per basket. So you've saved the farmer 2,000. That is the problem you are solving. So it's it can come in different dimensions. It can come in actually in different dimensions, even in the service delivery sector. Do you understand that? Then you move to this section where you have to choose business development stage. You just have to choose between an idea is businesses within 0 to 0 year that is not in existence, infancy 1 to 2 years, growth stage 3 years plus, and advanced, which is over 3 years. Now you also need to understand that TEF is funding businesses within 0 to 3 years particularly. Then you also have to position your business in that regard. So here you choose between if a business is in operation or not. So I'm choosing no here. You upload your registration certificate. It's not compulsory, forget about the red asterisk there, but I encourage you to upload it if you have it. Then the one on your right there, upload official evidence of business ownership. If you've registered your business as a business name, the status report, you upload it there. On the other hand, the official evidence of directors, if you register your business, if your business is a private company limited by shares, you have to upload the status report there. Then you upload your partner's consent if you actually have partners. You continue, you choose the industry. Let's choose agribusiness. This industry, it was supposed to alternate, but it's not alternating. It's not supposed to show us something like livestock, show us something like other agricultural subsectors, but it's not alternating, so we choose agribusiness as well. Then you have to choose maximum of 3 SDGs. If you choose any name, it was actually supposed to add up. When you try to choose another one, it was supposed to add up, but in this case it's not adding up. I'm sure the IT department of the Elumelu Foundation will work on that, but if it doesn't, then you choose just one that is most relevant. Then you move to the company structure. Is a company registered? You can say yes or no. Do you have any business partners? Most likely no. You need to be careful while choosing this. Your team members are not your partners. I think I've explained that before in my previous videos, so you can check it out on this channel. So you're talking about your employees, your partners, and whether contractual, part-time or full-time. You have to impute it. I will get back to that later part of the video. Here is the marketing aspect of it. So the addressable market here has a word limit of 50 words to 100 words. And while talking about the addressable market, you're talking about the target markets, and you must be very specific here. You'll talk about the market size. Market size, it has the value and the numerical size. So if the market size is let's say 500 million, I have a market size of 500 million naira, and at the numerical size of maybe, let's say, 5,000. So I am saying, the first thing I need to say here is I am serving, like if I am into fashion, and what I say is baby shoes, I produce baby shoes. I am actually looking at, okay, we have 5,000 babies in Port Harcourt. That's a case study, and I'm serving the Port Harcourt population. So I'm saying I'm serving 5,000 babies in Port Harcourt, age 0 to 2 years old. So now I have actually captured exactly what I'm doing, and I actually have to mention that both boys and girls. So I have captured the market, that's the target market, and the size. Then it is valued at, that's the market value. It is valued at, let's say, 500 million naira. So that's what you need to do. Then you talk about the revenue model, how you make money. Yeah, you are talking about maybe you make money from the sales of the product. Yeah, you make money from the sales of the product. But if you are a service delivering company, you actually say, okay, you make money from your services. So you are talking about how you make money. You're also talking about you giving you add a touch of your profitability. You expect to sell 5,000 shoes in 1 year, and you generate a revenue of, let's say, 3 million naira or 3,000 US dollars, for example. Then your expenses is, let's say, 2,400. That's your cost of operation, 2,400 US dollars. Then your profit is $600. I'm just giving you a case study. Then you get a profit margin. You now use that to calculate a profit margin, and you get a very good profit margin. That's what you do. You don't just leave it at the revenue model level. You go beyond that. Then you talk of the market strategy and strategy. The marketing strategy is how you reach your target market. The first thing we did was to talk about the target market, where I give you an example of the babies, 5,000 babies in Port Harcourt. How do you reach them? Do you reach them through the use of social media? Do you reach them through word of mouth? Do you reach them through the traditional radio and newspaper? You must look at the ones that is suitable to the type of business you are doing, and you have to highlight them. Then you explain. So I can say word of mouth. And when I say word of mouth, I put column and I explain how I use word of mouth to reach my target audience. I can as well say social media. So it depends on the type of business I'm doing. Just like Sanka Empire now, I can say social media. I'm reaching you through the use of the internet, right? Here is YouTube that I'm communicating to you. So I have to put it that way. So how do you get to these people? The next thing we are talking about here is the competitors. We actually need to look at it carefully. You are to list 3 competitors, your top 3 competitors. Competitors are people doing the same business with you. So if Sanka Empire is doing the same business with you, you just put it there. Yeah, you list 1, 2, 3. Then you talk about the differentiating factors. This is a competitive advantage. What differentiates you from the competitors? So here I want you to understand this. Most people rely on pricing as a differentiating factor. Oh, we say at a lower price our products are cheap. No, investors doesn't want to hear that anymore. We know pricing is a competitive tool, but it should not be the only thing. In fact, it should be the last. Talk about values. They are interested in hearing about the values you produce. This is how we do it. I am into a laundry business, and my competitors are this and this, but however we use modern equipment to automate our laundry services. This is what we do. We deliver on this thing. We we pick up and we deliver to the doorstep of our customers, while our competitors do not. We use the use of internet to accept on our website to accept payment orders, and our competitors does not. Then we deliver our services within let's say 1 hour. We use 1 hour, we deliver our laundry services to our customers, while our competitors are using traditional washing tools, which takes them 3 days to deliver. So these are things you should do. Next thing we talk about milestone. Most people will ask, my business still at the ideal stage. How do I write my current milestone? You've done something right. You've actually made research. You've actually completed. You've actually seen to check if the idea will work. Maybe you've written your business plan. You've gathered your team, people that will work with you, that share the vision with you. All these things are your current milestone. Anything you've done at all for the business, it must not be starting the shop properly. It must not be starting the business properly. Anything you do on the background for the sake of your business is a milestone. So I can actually write, I've developed an elevator page, I have gathered my team members, I have written my business plan, I have done research, and I have done the feasibility study, I have done this, I have done that. I have not actually started the business, but these are what I have done. Then the next milestone are things you want to do. Things you want to do, things that you've highlighted, and it must come with timeline. It must have time frame. it should also actually be short term and long term. So I want to do this. I want to do this in the next 2 years. I want to do this in the next 6 months. I want to do this. That's our next milestone. Let's continue. This is the financials. Let's look at the application progress bar. We are 75%. So we are almost done. Here you are looking at the invested cash. What's the total amount of cash invested to date? Now, even if you are within the idea category, you don't need to put 0 here. If the idea is good enough, why have you not invested something? That will be the question. So you need to put, you remember you're putting it in US dollars. So even if it's 50, you need to include something. In the development of a business plan, you paid money. In your research, you paid money. You just have to put something there. Then in your monthly expenses, also remember the number of staff you choose. Yeah, when you are choosing your number of staff, you have 0 contractual, you have 0 part-time, you have so full-time. You have to remember and put the salary here, add up to what you are putting under monthly expenses. Then the break-even revenue, how much did you need to generate in revenue before you get to a point where the business will start making profit? So if you invested 1,000 US, if you need to invest, let's say 5,000 US dollars to start a business, how much revenue do you need to generate before you start? You've covered the expenses, the cost, that's the fixed cost, and you've started generating profit. You are making profit now. How much revenue do you need to generate first? So do you need to generate, even to invest $5,000, do you need to generate revenue of 10,000? Do you need to generate revenue of 7,000? You need to put it there. Then the break-even volume, how many, if you are a product based, so how many the units product you need to sell? I need to sell 300 products to generate so amounts. That's the revenue included there. You need to sell let's say 300 units of your product. So if I'm selling phones, I need to sell 300 pieces of the phone to generate that amount. I need to sell 1,000 units of the phones to generate the amount that will lead to break even. Let's save and continue. Let's talk about the impact of the business. Now, there was something I asked you to underline at the initial point of this video, where we were talking about the 10-year commitment of the Elumelu. Now, we are talking about the impact. Now, read the impact carefully. Describe what impact your business will have within your community, country, for job creation, revenue generation, or social development. Do you see it? Can you remember the goal of Elumelu for launching this program? Just to create jobs, right? 1 million jobs and 10 billion US dollars revenue, right? So now they've come to impact. They want your business to resonate within that goal. They highlighted it here. So if your business is not giving any impact in terms of job creation and generating revenue, forget it. Forget it. So here you have to put aims and objectives, 100 words to 200 words. And I think we are coming to the end of the video. You know, TEF is actually out on TEF have 3 core mandates: mentorship, funding, networking. I think those are the 3 core mandates, so you need to put it. And while choosing that, you also put what you actually need, whether business, analytic, or financials. You put them. Yeah, you have to put the details of your mentors. Your mentors, if you have a mentor, you put it, but I encourage you don't, except you have a mentor. I don't expect anybody to go and put Sanga Empire there, no. So you don't need to add, you don't need to put your mentors there. You just have to leave it. Then if you've been part of any entrepreneurship program before, you can put no. But if you've been part of any, you can put yes. Mention the name there. Then any previous accelerator, you can put no. If you've been part of any, you can put yes. Then you save and continue. It's actually taking a long time. Let's just wait. It's network issue here. Yeah, okay, finally we are at the application review. Once you proceed, you take a submit application, then you proceed to test. For some reasons I will not have the test on this video. Check my next video for the test, where we will give detailed test questions and correct answers. Feel free to contact Sanka Empire if you have any challenge in the course of your application. Sanka Empire run training classes for grant applications. We also manage grant applications in total, so feel free to contact us. Our numbers are in the description of this video, and you can visit our office in Port Harcourt, Man B Peace Crescent by new layout in Wochi, Port Harcourt. Please remember, we are not an affiliate of the Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program. Rather, we are an independent business consulting firm operating in Port Harcourt, and we charge for our services. Thank you.